Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you had a good weekend, and welcome to this new video. A much needed update on Dogecoin, because we actually have some things to talk about. I mean, today, or at least with the start of this week, and also the start of January 2025, with some key and some important fundamental events, there's some things we need to talk about, and some opportunities, I think, as well for Dogecoin, which is obviously what it needs, because Dogecoin right now, let's be honest with ourselves, basically since the beginning of December, it has been kind of dead. I mean, every time we were bullish at the beginning of December, it was most likely, or it was most often, just a bull trap. So hopefully we can actually get some new real momentum back in the price. But like I said, there are some things we need to talk about. The first thing being that obviously January 2025, we're going to get the inauguration of Donald Trump, and we all know how much the elections and all the ties of Elon Musk into that meant for Dogecoin. If you don't remember, it did this, right? And so and this was some of the most bullish momentum we've had from Dogecoin in a very long time. And what you saw is that actually that's all actually started about 3 weeks before the actual election. All right, we actually had some bullish momentum before that as well, as you can see here in September. But then we really started rallying the 17th of October, which was about 3 weeks before the actual election. Right now, we are about 3 weeks before the actual inauguration. So I think fundamentally, we actually have somewhat of a reason to expect some bullish momentum. Now, what I always say is that I love to trade fundamentals. All right, so if we have some news, if some major things are happening, and you can find some cryptos that are related to that, those are the most amazing trades. But you always need technical confirmation as well. So now we have to look for some technical confirmation. And I think, first of all, today actually started relatively well for meme coins. Not necessarily for Dogecoin, more so for Pepe, for Bonk, for WIF. But I think that's a good start, right? So some strength for meme coins, which inevitably also helps Dogecoin. And if we look at the price, I think there are some signs of bullish momentum, but for that, we really still need more confirmation, all right? Because what we saw going into this week is that in the last couple of hours, we've actually had some short covering, all right? So what that means is that you can see the open interest. It's very small, I'm sorry, but you can see the open interest dropping down while the CVD is actually going up a bit. So what that means is that shorts are being closed. That's also reflected in the price going up, of course. But that's pretty good. And you can also see right here that we actually started that as well, with some shorts being closed already overnight. So there we already had a bit of a pump, and that doesn't always mean that we're actually going to be bullish, because closing shorts is also just de-risking. But that is a relatively good sign, right? So I think overall everything lines up relatively well for Dogecoin. But in the end, the technical structure we have right now for Dogecoin is still very neutral, right? We're mainly consolidating here between 34 cents and this level at 30 cents. It is the start of the week, so we can still have a lot of volatility, right? So even though I think there are reasons to be bullish on Dogecoin, personally, first of all, short term, I still expect this volatility, and I need to see a breakout above 34 cents before I will actually enter a long on Dogecoin, right? Because like I said, there are some early signs, and that's what I wanted you to be aware of. But if we look at all the signs, so for example, shorts are being closed, but there are no longs being opened yet. And the volume is up 37%, but it's still much lower than it was last week, when it was about $2 billion higher, right? So we're waiting for that. If we can actually get that, if we can get that further confirmation, first of all, I'll let you know. Second of all, then I will consider buying. For now, I think it's too early, even though Dogecoin is looking relatively good here. But those are my thoughts. That's sort of thing you need to know for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.